Hello Stampers! I'm Dina Lanzendorf at Inkin' with Dink and welcome to my Facebook Live. All this week on my videos I am featuring the Silhouette Scene stamp set to make different cards, and even today I'm going to do an extra little surprise and do a scrapbook page I made with it. But it's the Silhouette Scene stamp set and the silhouette or the Sweet Silhouette dies that coordinate with it. They are not new to this new catalog. They were actually in last year's catalog, but I haven't got to play much with it, and you really haven't seen a lot of samples and projects created with it. So I thought I would feature it this week and let you see some of the different things that you can do with it. So are you guys ready to get started? Let's do this. I'm going to go ahead and flip you around. Put it in my little holder and we're ready to start. Okay, so like I said, it's the Silhouette Scene stamp set and the Sweet Silhouettes dies. And I've just really had a lot of fun playing with them so far this week. And tomorrow I'm going to show you the anniversary card that I made with it for my husband. Today is our 31st anniversary. So I thought I would make him a card using it since it's my stamp set of the week. So let's go ahead and get started. I'm going to set that aside. And this is the card that I am making today. I'm calling this a shadow card just because it kind of looks like, to me, like it's getting to be dusk time and that maybe this is more of the shadows of the girl on her swing set. So it's my shadow card, and it was really a lot of fun to create, but I will show you how to do it. So I'm going to set this aside. Now I'm going to use a special little tool today that I don't use very often in my videos and my lives, and that is my oh my goodness, I totally forgot the name of it now. This little machine. Okay, so that is what I'm going to use today, that I'm going to play with and show you guys how to use it. So to get started, we just need a piece of basic black cardstock, and it measures 8.5 by 5.5. So I'm going to go ahead and fold it in half to create my card base. Be sure and use your bone folder to make it nice and crisp. And there is that. So I'll set that aside. Our next layer is going to be a piece of the blue, the balmy blue, and it measures 5.25 by 4. Now I am going to stamp on it, so I'm going to go ahead and leave it out. Okay, hang on just a second. All right, so I just wanted to show you in the catalog, here we go, where the Stamparatus is, okay, and that is right here on page 164, and it is the perfect kind of tool to use if you need to do some repeat stamping or you want things lined up perfectly. Maybe you're not the best stamper in the world, and sometimes when you stamp an image it doesn't all show up, it's not all clear, and you need to restamp it. Well, a lot of times trying to stamp over an image you've already stamped is next to impossible. So the Stamparatus is the tool that you need. So today I'm going to show you how to use this. So your Stamparatus comes, and it comes with these plates, okay, these clear plates, and you actually get 2 plates, and that is so you can be stamping several different items on a card that you want to. So this one can come down and stamp, and this one can come down and stamp. So what we're going to do is we're going to take our piece of balmy blue, and I'm just going to put it up here in the far corner. And then it comes with 2 big, huge magnets. Now you want to be sure that these magnets do not touch each other because they are so strong. Not only would you have a hard time getting them apart, but when they first get together, they cling together so hard that a lot of times they shatter. So be sure you're only using 1 magnet at a time, and I'm just going to stick it there like that. Okay, now the main reason I am using my Stamparatus on this is I love this stamp set, but for some reason when I am stamping it on colored cardstock, I have a hard time getting a good solid image. So I'm going to show you how this is such a great tool. So I've already positioned my stamp where I want it to stamp on there, and all I did was took the stamp, I laid it on there, put the plate over, and then it sticks to the plate. Okay, now I'm going to open it up. I'm going to take my stamp pad and I'm going to go directly to my stamp and ink it like that. Then with this pushed up in the corner, I'm just going to fold this over. I'm going to push down real good. Then when I lift it up, there is my image. Now I don't know if you can see it or not, but it's kind of grainy. There's some of the color that is popping through. I don't want that. So I want to restamp it because I want it darker. So as long as nothing moves and my cardstock is still pushed up in the corner, I can re-ink my stamp and stamp it again. Okay? And what that does is it's just going to make my image darker. So, like I said, it is the perfect tool if you're one that when you stamp, you don't always get a real even stamped image and things like that. This is perfect. So it looks really good, but I'm going to go one more time just to be sure it's good and dark and filled in. And there we go. Perfect. All right, so now I'm going to set this aside. Just like that. Now, I want the words that come in the stamp set that say keep dreaming to put that on here. I just think that is a pretty thing, and I just thought this would be a really good card to send to anyone, just to let them know, you know, you're thinking about them, keep dreaming about the future, things are going to get better, anything like that. Okay. Now what I want to do is I'm going to use my dies, and this one here is a big old branch, okay? And it is the prettiest thing and super easy to cut out. What I do when I put it in my machine, in my die cut machine, is I actually run it through twice, just because I think that a double cut just seems to do a little better job and get some of these little pieces a little better. So then when you take it off the die, there's not a whole lot to finish popping out, just like that. Okay. Now I want this up here, but I love the image of the sun going down in the background. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a piece of So Saffron cardstock and my 2-inch circle punch. I'm just going to punch out a big old circle like that, and I'm going to adhere it down. Now I am using our new seal. Whoops, get it started here. There we go. Okay, which is our new adhesive, and I'm just going to put it, I think, about right there. Okay, now I'm ready to adhere my branch. So I've gone back to my favorite, my Tombow, and I'm just going to go through and put little spots of adhesive on the ends of a lot of these branches. It does not take very much adhesive at all when you're using the Tombow, so don't get too much. Now, when you're putting this down, you want to be sure that the ropes on the swing are up to the branch and that this is on the edge of your cardstock over here. So just take a second, get it positioned where you want it, then go ahead and push it all down. Some pieces you might need to hold for just a second. So isn't that lovely? I love the way that looks. Now we're ready to go ahead and put this on our card base. So let's go back to our seal. And it is super easy to use. Let's center this on our card base, just like that. Now I've got a couple of these branches that need to stick down there. Okay, and now I just need to trim a little bit. So if you turn your card over, you will see anything that hangs over, and you just need to trim them off so that it fits in your envelope. So I just have a little to trim there, and a little to trim there, just like that. And there's my card. Isn't that a lovely card? I think it turned out super great. I love the way it looks, and I really like the silhouette scenes and the coordinating dies. I think they are super pretty. So I just kept looking at this going, now I know that would make a great scrapbook page. So I've got to make a scrapbook page. So I did sit down and come up with an idea. So I'm gonna kind of build this with you guys and show you what I came up with. So I'm gonna work on one side at a time because I just can't get my camera too far away. And I am using, I believe So Saffron is the color that I picked. And I went through and I cut out a couple more of the branches. Okay, and I'm going to have one for one page and one for the other page. So I'm going to go ahead and put my adhesive on this. And I'm just going to stick it up here in this corner, just like this. Okay, so then I have my corresponding page and I have another branch, but I want him to flip in the other way. Okay, he's going to be on the other side, so I'm just going to turn him over. And it's not going to matter on a scrapbook page. People are going to be mainly looking at your pictures. They're not going to pay attention whether your die is backwards or not. And I'm going to put him on this side just the same way. Okay, so there I've got corresponding pages like that. Okay. Now what I thought I would do is I went through and I stamped 2 of each of the little kids. Okay, there was just something about them, I don't know, that spoke to me, and so I just went through and stamped 2 of each, and they are on cardstock or pieces that measure 2 3/4 by 1 1/4. What I want to do, oops, you see my boo-boo there, is I want to attach them to just slightly bigger basic black pieces. Okay, and so the basic black pieces are 3 inches by 1 1/2. Oops, see my other boo-boo. Yeah, I made a few boo-boos. Okay, and here's one. And then let's go ahead and mount the 3 for the corresponding page. So it's 6 rectangles in all, 6 black ones that I am mounting my white ones onto. That way right there. Okay, so then I started to put them on the bottom of my page and I thought they need a little bit of color. So this is a strip of designer series paper that I cut from the Artistry Blooms Designer Series paper pack. They are gorgeous colors, gorgeous designs in here, and I thought they would just add a little color to my page. So I've just cut a 12-inch by 1-inch strip that I'm just going to place right down here. Okay. But I want my one on the corresponding page to be in the exact same place. So I'm going to line them up here and use this as my guide for how high to place it, just like that. Then what I want to do is grab some dimensionals, and I'm just going to pop these little dudes up a little bit on my page. Okay, so we'll take the backing off, and there's no right or wrong place to put this, so we're just kind of pop one there, make it about the same distance apart and same height, and then we'll pop one in the middle. Okay, and of course I want to do the same thing to the other side. So we'll pop a couple dimensionals on here, on each of these. And I do want to pay a little bit of attention which ones are placed where. So we can put this one first. We'll put this one on the far side over here. And then this one in the middle, just so they're in a different order than what the corresponding page is. So there we go. There is what we have so far. And then I thought I like to do titles on my pages. So I cut out the word adventure and thought that would be perfect on here. So how great of a scrapbook page is this going to be to scrap any kind of a family adventure that we may have gone on, especially during this weird time that we are living through. We definitely did some adventures and some things different than we normally would have. So there you go. There is a beautiful scrapbook page. Okay, using the same stamp set and the dies, and I just think it turned out really, really pretty. So thank you so much for joining me today as I'm featuring the Silhouette Scenes stamp set and the Sweet Silhouette dies. I've got one more video that I will share with you guys tomorrow where I'll be showing you an anniversary card that I made for my husband. So join me for my video tomorrow. And then when you're ready to purchase your Silhouette Scenes, go ahead and go to my dinalstamps.stampin'.net website. Be sure and use the June hostess code. If your order is at least $30, you will get my card kit for the month, which is you'll get 2 kits or 2 of the supplies to make 2 of each of these cards. The first one will be completed for you as a sample, and the second kit will just be the consumables unstamped for you to recreate the card on your own. But thank you again so much for joining me. I hope that this has inspired you with this beautiful stamp set, and I will catch you next time.